In this video, we'll cover 5 ways that will teach you how to stop using credit card to pay for normal living expenses. Credit cards are a major source of debt. The average person in the US has $4,700 in credit card debt, and this is just the average. Some people have as much as $25,000 in credit card debt. This is not a good situation, and if you're sinking into more debt every month, then you need to eliminate the use of credit. You need to spend less than you make, consistently, every month. This is the only way you'll reduce your debt. In essence, cutting down your expenses needs to be the first thing you address. Credit cards are an easy way to buy things, but they can also be a trap that keeps you in debt. Often you don't even realize that you're using your card. And it's adding to your debt. There are many ways to stop using your credit cards for normal living expenses. Stop using your credit card for everyday expenses, like groceries and gas. Pay off your balance each month, to avoid carrying a balance. Use cash or debit cards instead of credit cards. Why should you stop using credit cards to pay for normal living expenses? Credit cards are a great tool to manage your finances and make sure you stay within your budget. But it's important to know when to use them and when not to. There are some situations where it's better not to use credit cards, or at least be careful with the amount of money you spend. How to live on a budget without using a credit card. In this video, we will discuss how to live on a budget without using a credit card. We will also cover the following topics. Tips for living and paying normal living expenses without using a credit card. How to start saving money when you don't use a credit card. How to get by with only cash. This is key to financial healing. Finally, learn how to plan a simple budget that tracks your income and expenses. How to stop the cycle of credit card debt. The first step to stop the credit card debt cycle is to create a budget. This will help you see where your money is going and how much you are spending on unnecessary items. The second step is to stop using your credit card for anything other than emergencies. This will prevent you from creating more debt that can be hard to repay. You need to think about how you will pay for everyday expenses. Will you use cash or a debit card? If you decide to use cash, it's important to have enough on hand at all times. The third step is to look at your current outstanding balance and calculate how much interest you are paying on this balance every month. Once you know this, set up an automatic payment plan that pays off the full balance each month, or as close as possible, in order to avoid paying any interest charges. We all know that credit cards are a dangerous thing to have. They can easily lead to debt and money problems. But, it's not always easy to cut them out of our lives. This video will show you 5 ways that you can stop using credit cards and live a richer life. You will learn how to get rid of your debt, save more money, and free yourself from the guilt of spending too much with credit cards. Here are 5 ways you can stop using credit cards easily and live a richer life. Cut up your credit card. Or at least, hide them. If you're serious about eliminating your debt, then this is the first step that you should take. You can't keep a card in your wallet if you don't want to use it anymore. Give yourself a break finally, give yourself some credit. Maybe you deserve a nice dinner out, or maybe that special movie that you've been waiting to see for months is playing on cable instead of Netflix. It's great if you can eliminate your debt entirely, but a break from it is just as important and will help build up your willpower for the rest of the month. Know what you want to stop spending on with a credit card. Planning a budget is the best way to save for the future, but it can be hard to cut back on spending habits. A credit card may offer convenient and easy access to money, but it's also important not to get too carried away with your spending. Create a realistic budget for your needs and goals. I am going to share with you some tips and information on how to create a realistic budget. You can't get anywhere without one. Set a monthly budget and actual expenses. I have never been excellent at this one, so here's what I would suggest. Start by setting a monthly budget and then breaking down your expenses into categories. For example, $50 for groceries, $10 for gas, and $30 to pay off some bills. This will give you an idea of how much money you have each month to work with. Next, think about what you might do with the extra money. Maybe you can save it for a rainy day, or maybe you could use it for a vacation or a new computer. Whatever the possibilities are, start small and keep adding in additional expenses until your budget is where it needs to be. Make a list of all the necessary items to have on hand for your family. It's important to make sure that nothing you need is out of stock. So be sure to put everything in your kitchen cabinet and check regularly. When you do run low on cooking oil, bread, or milk, take a trip to the grocery store. Track your progress with a money management app. Managing your money can be a stressful task, but luckily there are a number of digital services that can help. A good money management app will track your spending and set up budgets for you to follow. They'll also make suggestions on how to increase the amount of money in your account and keep it healthy. Start making more conscious spending choices and start eliminating debt. We all have debt and it is not always easy to get out of. The first step is to make more conscious spending choices and start eliminating debt. Saving money is a simple way to beef up your savings account. pay down debt faster, or even buy something you need without having to spend all your money on day-to-day necessities. In conclusion, you can reduce your credit card use. Make the decision to never use a credit card again. Credit cards are a convenient way to purchase goods and services. However, they can also be a source of debt and financial instability. The conclusion of the video is that credit cards should not be used because they can lead to financial instability and debt. Credit cards are a convenient way to purchase goods and services, but have some drawbacks that should be considered before making the decision.